Hey, morning. So I just wanted to do a little rant, because it's been a while. Usually people rant over like doing a get ready with me or whatever, but we just want to talk. Something that has been weighing heavy on my mind, or like something that keeps coming up this month for me, is confidence. Confidence and how fleeting it can be, and how in like different phases of your life you may achieve it, and then when you enter a new phase, it's like you never tried, but you did try. Things that have helped me feel confident: I like reading books, even though I don't read it that much. I like listening to audiobooks. I like whenever I'm listening to a podcast, I feel like I feel like I'm living with my highest self. I'm experiencing my highest self. Those things bring me confidence. I know different people might pull confidence from different means. Like, for example, there are things that would make you feel confident. I also like, dress up and stuff, but I know every day you can do that. You need to be like other ways, means of achieving it. Like, it doesn't work for every phase of your life. But what I realize is that life will forever give you like opportunities for you to compare yourself with people, like compare your family, compare your friends who have this, how them achieve that. And sometimes it's not so direct, it's like very subconscious, like you're doing it subconsciously. And when you look back, you're like, oh, that's actually comparison. But I think everybody may go through this, like, yeah. So I thought that when I stopped comparing myself to other people, like in my last phase of life, that it would be like, that would be it. Like, yeah, I'm done work on myself now, but then only to, like, for example, only to start working and then it comes up again. I'm just like, oh, wow. This is something that I'm going to have to be working on my whole life. Can you imagine people who never worked on it before? Like, they not start yet? But you can always start, but you can imagine that the amount of build up, the amount of brain change you have. Last night, it was like 3 a.m. I was writing a note. Like, I was writing down, why is that a thing? Why is this a thing? Those 3 a.m. note entries are the best. But then, hold on, I'm gonna pull up my hair. I realized that the next thing is, a lot of times people may have like an expectation of you, or like, especially family members, that they expect you to come out a certain way. They expect you to be top achiever, high achiever, getting this by this age. Oh, your sister did this by that age. You're supposed to do this by this age. And then it kind of forces you. It's either two things. Either you conform to what they think you should be, or you kind of fight outside of the box. Which both ways can be uncomfortable. I had to deal with both, and I don't even feel like my family or my friends or whoever were like intentional, like if they realized that was what they were doing. But at the end of the day, your personality is what makes you you, and you stepping out of your personality does you no justice. It does you no justice. And you're allowed to have your personality and still be worth so much. You still have your worth, like when you keep true to yourself. And the next thing I was thinking about was the fact that now I'm stepping into deep waters, like questionable waters. Like when you're a Christian and you kind of have to conform to a certain way of like dressing, a certain way of speaking, and I get it, but at the same time I don't, because I feel like I can only speak on Christianity because that's what I grew up in. It's like, a lot of times, not for everybody, it's like you're trading your personality for this. And a lot of people jump and be like, yeah, that's cool, like I would do it anyway. But I'm kind of conflicted. Like, yes, you want to worship this person, but trading who you are and like your interest and like, things that you like to wear, if you like to wear jewelry, it's kind of hard. Like, I don't know if I'd be okay with fully giving over myself like that. It would feel like I'm only doing this just because I want to get into this person's kingdom and not like truly. Probably it's easier when you grow up into it. like I did, but then at the same time my mind very open, and that's not a bad thing. It's just that I don't blindly jump into anything I really like sit down and think. I'm an overthinker. But I don't know, what are your thoughts on this? As I said, this isn't everybody's experience, but it's something I was thinking about. Yeah, the parts of me that I work so hard to find kind of conflict, like it doesn't go with exactly everything about Christianity. And it's not a bad thing. It's just like, oh, I want to wear my jewelry, I want to, have on my nails, I want to, I don't know, certain things. I want to dress in this type of skirt, not a short skirt, but in certain churches they may look at that skirt and it's kind of questionable. Probably it's not. Probably you might think this isn't a big concern, but it's still a concern, so it's valid. But anyway, I just completed my second week of work, and let me tell you, I will be okay. As I said, I work for myself. I know I'm in a place where I'm okay. I'm cruising right now, and then we see me and think I'm not okay. Like they look at me and like, Bernard, you okay? Like, you don't look okay, and I'm just there like, what do you mean I look okay? I'm fine. Like, I'm doing great actually. But how is it that you think I'm not okay? Is it because I'm quiet? Why is quietness and sensitivity misinterpreted as uncomfortable or like unhappy with your life? Why? And I realized that from a young age, like when I was a little girl going to school, people isolate people like that, and they think they're different or like weird. Why is that weird? Why, I don't know. And people think I'm lying when I said I'm fine. Like, I'm just fine. I don't want to be talking all day, every day. Sometimes I like to work by myself, do things on my own. I don't have to be like cheesing all day, every day, because that's fake. Sometimes, you relax and you just sit down. So, it's okay. That doesn't mean nothing wrong with me. I feel like introverts are heavily misunderstood. We're so misunderstood. As someone who is kind of sensitive, it's kind of hard for like not reading to these little things that people say. But sometimes it confuses me because I'm like, sometimes I sit down and I say, oh, I don't think something alright. Like, is it my face? What am I doing? Like, why are they so confused about me? But yeah, it's and sometimes it's not even you just believing what they're saying. You're just genuinely confused. You're just taken aback by what they said. But it's also crucial. It's crucial for us to know that we should still stand in our truth, stay true to who we are. And sometimes people don't misunderstand you, but sometimes I don't understand why they misunderstand me. I feel like I'm a very open person. Like, I don't hide my emotions or anything. If I'm okay, I'll tell you I'm okay. If I'm not, you know that I'm not okay, because I'd say it. I'm not passive aggressive. And why are human interactions so confusing? Why when you say what you mean, it's so misunderstood? Yeah, and I would say, like, they would ask me, are you enjoying myself? And I say, yeah, I'm enjoying myself. And they don't believe me. But I just said I'm enjoying myself. What was I supposed to do? Like, yeah, enjoy myself. I don't understand. It's so weird. And like, sometimes I genuinely don't get sarcasm. Like, when people being sarcastic, it will make me pause. I mean, I say, is this sarcasm or... Let me bring it before. Come here, try and wonder what am I talking about? What points are they trying to get to? Like, I don't know, it threw me off. Sometimes I don't think people should project what they think is their normal onto somebody else's, because your normal will look different from other people normal. And that's okay. It's not your job to like change them or to make them feel bad about it. Like, my normal is staying to myself. I will smile with you, and even smiling with people. Like, I'm smiling because that's just who I am. I'm a very laughy, bubbly person, and they're like, why you smile? Why are you smiling? Why you laugh so much? am I not supposed to smile? And then when I do it to me, every time I do it to me, it goes on, that's why I smile. I'm gonna say, alright, yeah. Because that's how you want me to talk to you. But then I do it in a joking way and then laugh. Why are you laughing? Why me can't laugh and you can't laugh, eh? It's just weird. So, to wrap this up, go out and be kind to people, be patient, be open-minded. It will change your life. And if you are already open-minded, you'll know, like, you'll pick up on these interactions and things and be like, oh my gosh, if only you knew that you should not be taking things this seriously. That was a lot. As I said, this was like a rant. I'll turn off my phone for filming a video because yeah, there are periods of time in the day where I'm a talk, and then periods of time where I just don't really. I just say, I hope. Let me know. Have you ever thought about things like this? Or like, do you have notes, like the notes app, and you write down little things, or like poems or thoughts? In my notes app, I have recipe, poem, thoughts, rants, ECG, something random. It's like my other brain. But anyway, I will see you in 3 days. 3 days. With a more like official, formal video.